football at its absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back to Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Sunday, December 21st. It's almost Christmas time, folks. So what are you doing listening to this show? Go wrap your presents for your kids, you hooligans. Be responsible adults. Gosh.
Oh, you're giving a lot of people some credit that they're already done shopping, Caleb.
I wasn't going to throw people under the bus, namely me. But no, thank you for joining
a lot of
us.
people at Walmart today.
Didn't even do that. So shout out to the folks like me who will do that shopping sometime soon.
Yeah.
Sometime. I'm kidding. Yeah. Enjoy it. We appreciate you guys hopping on tonight. I know it is a busy time of year. But we appreciate you guys listening always. Tune in live or next day if you're listening to this on Monday or maybe Tuesday because you are procrastinating. And that's fine too. We accept all.
Yeah, we had a giveaway. We're in the Christmas spirit already. This show is. We had a giveaway, a little holiday giveaway with the hat that you have on currently from Hovey Dry Goods. And congrats to, I think, Jackson. Maybe. Is that right?
That sounds right. That sounds right. Yeah.
It is Jackson Jacobic, maybe.
Okay.
That might be wrong, but I feel like I nailed it. So congrats to him. We will get you that hat and appreciate you following along. And hopefully we'll do some more. But if you didn't get a chance and you really want that hat, you should go check out hoveydrygoods.com and use that promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. Again, more 15% off that first purchase at Hovey Dry Goods.
Yeah. Go check them out. I'm wearing my new Hovey hat.
Yeah, I almost didn't see you, dude.
You definitely missed this big head of mine. Shout out to this hat. Slimming heads since 2025.
There you go.
All right. Well, it has been a fun weekend.
Got a win today?
Got a win. That's a big one. I was also going to mention the college football playoff, and I know that a lot of people, and I think a lot needs to be fixed. This isn't me saying everything's good and grand. I know a lot of people are upset with the structure, but we ended up getting one really good game, one good game that just like lacked the showmanship of what we associate with a good college football game. And then last night's JMU Oregon game, fireworks. It wasn't just a complete bludgeoning.
Yeah, what did Oregon do? Did they just throw it away? Were they just done in the second half? Or I'm not trying to take anything away from JMU, but at the same time, it's like that game was over. And they just kept letting them score and didn't even cover the spread.
Yeah.
And we were looking at, like, in the first half, we're like, okay, this might be a 50-point game, kind of like the Ole Miss game. That's what it felt like.
I'm sure there's a factor of took some foot off the gas. I think JMU.
I'm complaining because I had Oregon covering the spread.
Sure. I think if anything, this points to how wrong the committee was about JMU and Oregon, or JMU and Tulane. I think JMU is the better of the. I think you would have had a better game if JMU played Ole Miss. They should have been the 11 seed, in my opinion. And I think they would have played Ole Miss better. And then you would have had a bludgeoning Tulane and Oregon. But Tulane just didn't deserve to be there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really don't know. I mean, Oregon didn't have to play anybody except Indiana, and they lost that game. They barely beat Iowa. They did beat, I guess, USC. I guess at the time they did play Penn State when Penn State was ranked really high, but I don't know. I just feel like Oregon is, I think they got one of the easiest paths because when you're looking at who you want to play in the next round, you're probably looking at Texas Tech. And they
regardless,
get to go play
I think
Texas.
they lose. Yeah, I think they lose that game.
Agreed.
And I don't believe much in Texas Tech.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do love that I saw a lot of national media being like, oh, yeah, Group 5 team doesn't deserve to be in. Look at what Tennessee did last year. That Ohio State team won a national championship. And then Oregon the next week got demolished by them too. So
what was that spread?
The Oregon Ohio State?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I mean, it was probably like maybe 6.5.
Gotcha. I mean, no. What was the final spread?
Oh, they lost by 21, I think. I think it was 42-21. I think Oregon scored late, like really late, to make it a little bit better.
Here's the problem. It's a fair argument. It's hard for us to say bad faith because we are Tennessee fans, but I would just like to point to you the 14 playoff when TCU won the semifinal and got the brakes beat off of them in the national championship. That's the game I would prefer to point to.
Yeah.
And listen, I think as long as we're in the system, I don't know. It's not gonna be perfect. A lot of people aren't gonna be happy with the G5 automatic bid. This year, you had your own set of problems with the ACC putting on one of the worst products known to man, and now they have a team in the quarterfinals. So yeah, I don't know. It's just not going to be perfect. But let me introduce to you a whole nother problem that's not. It really has nothing to do with the playoff itself, but college football in general. It's becoming an unwatchable product at home and at the game. The commercial breaks are out of hand. I can't tell you how many plays I missed to the college football playoff this weekend because I'd walk away because I'm not going to sit in front of my TV for 3 minutes. And then I come back and we've moved on. The Alabama, this happened many times in the Tennessee game. The first 3 possessions in the Alabama-Oklahoma game all went to, you had four ad breaks after the first 3 possessions. They'd only played 9 minutes of game time. That's 12 minutes of ads. That's bananas.
Yeah.
And I was talking to someone. I was like, I don't know if it's worse. I think it's worse for the fan at home. I think it's worse for obviously the environment and the stadium. Like it just takes the wind out of the stadium. It's brutal.
Well, yeah, and like I think the whole atmosphere in general. Like, I was so jealous. Our buddy Trey's an Ole Miss fan. He got to go to that, basically just experience. And I'm not talking about just the game. I'm talking about all day long of hosting a home playoff game. And I know I'm kind of getting a little bit off topic from what you're talking about, but I agree with you. The red hat, that guy, I hate him. And we've talked about that on the show. But why in the world, like, I know Notre Dame doesn't really deserve to be in, but we put Tulane in there, and they've already played them, and Ole Miss beat the brakes off of them earlier in the season. They have to replay them. Like, that's almost – it feels like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to host a home playoff game, and you get Tulane. That just feels like a missed opportunity, I feel like. Now, I guess if you're talking about, like, what if they would have lost to Notre Dame, is that different? Maybe. But – I just feel like it kind of does. it's not one that you're going to be like, that was one of the best experience I've ever had is hosting a home playoff game because we had to play Tulane.
Yeah, but a counter argument to that, I wonder what Texas A&M fans think about their home playoff game.
That's true. That's true.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it doesn't carry the same weight, and you're right. I don't think there's a way to fix it and guarantee it in this system. I mean, I think it should be more simple. I think it should just be the best 12 teams. But there's a lot of people who would go, well, Boise State didn't deserve it last year when they were one of the best 12 in college football last year. Like that, the way it shook out, the way the scheduling was, like it just worked that way. But a lot of people still said they weren't. And I don't think that's true. I mean, I think we can point to a lot of teams that, in our opinion, aren't deserving of the 12, but if their schedule puts them there, the schedule puts them there. Which I would, at this point, I think I would be okay with that. There's just not a great fix. And like I said, you got 2 in because of your guaranteed conference champions.
I don't know if you get the same result, but what if instead of that same weekend you have the Army-Navy game? Why couldn't you do
Don't start
JMU
this.
Tulane?
No. If you put any college football games on the weekend of the Army-Navy game, they'll riot. That's their week.
Any weekend. The weekend after that, whatever. Just those 2 teams played to be that final team. I think that's – and then, maybe they could have their own –
I don't think that's a bad idea, but then you get into not only is it already impossible, but now you're adding another game to their schedule. And those teams are even more gassed than the others.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree with the law.
They're only going to play one more game anyway. But then you have that kind of their own championship, like the Group 5 champion. I don't know if that it's cool if you're Tulane. I don't know. I'm not a fan. So, but I mean, that would be one thing where you're like, hey, we made it to the college football playoff. Is that all they're wanting? Because that's all they're getting.
I mean, I think for the most part, yeah. I don't think I don't know how often it will happen. It will happen at some point. A G5 team will beat one of these teams. I don't know how often, and I don't know when, but at some point it will. It has to be the right magic. I mean, it just has to be the right teams facing each other. Has to be the right matchups in terms of scheme and talent. I mean, we see it week in, week out. It happens with these top ones often.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll occur. I don't know when.
I don't know. The spreads last night, it was like that. That's not even fun. It's not even fun to even
They don't care though. You watched. You don't have to like it. You just have to watch. That's all they care about is their money. Their money coming in, they're good.
Yeah, I guess. But it was on, but I wasn't really paying attention too much.
They got their money then. If it was on, they got their money.
Yeah. I don't know. Just wish it was better.
They'll only restructure it to make the powers that be happy, not us. The restructuring will come from making Notre Dame happy and making the
Texas happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll work where it's good for us for 1 year. But it'll never be consistently good for the fans.
Yeah.
So
it just really stinks to be, I guess, a fan of Tennessee watching those games yesterday and be like, okay, Tennessee's better than these 2 teams.
Sure.
We just have to play. We had to play 3 of those playoff teams.
If we had been in the playoff this year, I would have rioted. We would get smoked. I'm glad. Don't start that. We probably would have lost to Tulane. We would have found a way. That'll probably be how it happens. It'll be a Tennessee team that loses to a group of 5.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is you played with Alabama. You played. You probably should have beat Oklahoma.
Should have beat
That's
Georgia.
what he thinks about it. Yes, should have beat Georgia. That's the worst part about kind of watching the college football playoff is watching the teams you should have beat and watching the teams that obviously you're more talented get in.
That's football, though.
Yeah.
That's just sports. Like, you got to win those games.
Yeah, I thought I would kind of enjoy I did not really enjoy watching the college football playoff because of that.
It's never going to be fair and equal. That's what we need to get to the bottom line of, like, all of these conferences want to make it fair and equal. Sports have never been fair and equal. It's just that your division some years is going to be tougher than others. Like, that's how it shakes out. There's a lot of times in the NFL that the AFC or the NFC championship is effectively the Super Bowl. You know that team's going to win the Super Bowl.
I did see where at one point there's 2 straight losses from SEC teams. I'm like, well, yeah, because 2 of them played each other, so that would make sense.
Yeah, after Saturday at noon or Saturday at like 3:00, 2 SEC teams in a row got eliminated.
Yeah. I mean,
it took the great Ole Miss to break that streak.
We knew Texas A&M had to look like an 8-4 team at some point, right?
Yeah, I mean, we kept saying, like, there's 4 games left. We believed they could lose 4 until they got to a point where it was mathematically impossible for them to lose 4, and they still they got halfway there.
And then they lost to a team who was like third in the ACC, so technically
which
they
is
would have been
also mathematically stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, goes back into that. Here's the thing: Miami lost the right amount of games. They wanted to avoid the ACC championship game. They didn't want that extra game. They avoided it, and now they're in the quarterfinals.
Well, Caleb, I would say that same thing last year for Tennessee, but guess what? We had to run into a buzzsaw of Ohio State in the first game.
And that's what it's going to be interesting to see who said buzzsaw is. It certainly was not any of the teams we saw yesterday or Friday night.
Yeah.
So is it Georgia? Probably. Indiana, I think they'll beat Alabama. I don't think they'll be a buzzsaw.
Well, last year, all the people who had the first round buys lost, correct?
Yes, correct. Georgia lost to Notre Dame. Oregon lost to Ohio
I kind of think
State.
all of them win this year. I kind of think it's flip-flopped.
So that's going to be interesting. Where does it's not going to all be chalk. So where does that loss come in? I certainly don't think it's Miami, Ohio State. I think the most likely characters are Alabama beating Indiana and Oregon beating Texas Tech. I think those are the most likely characters.
Yeah.
But I don't think either of them will. So I don't know. It's at least sets up to be there's more interest for sure in the quarterfinals, which is, I mean,
yeah, I'm looking for
kind of what you wanted.
But when you had, Miami, a team that probably shouldn't have been in, and then you had Tulane.
Whoa. They should have been in over Notre Dame the whole time.
Yeah, but if you aren't in the ACC title game with how crap that conference is, you don't deserve to be in. I'm not saying Notre Dame deserve to be in. Whoever else besides those two.
Then you're Texas, Sark.
Give me another Group 5 team, man. I don't know. Who's that? North Texas? Get them in here.
As dumb as I do think the first round shook out, it is nice that you have everyone now. I guess I could, if you said they won a national championship, it's okay, yeah, I guess understand that.
I think the worst part of it for me was Friday night. The fourth quarter song for Oklahoma is Many Men by 50 Cent, and that's so much cooler than ours. 1,000 times way cooler than ours.
I hate our fourth quarter song, and I hate now that it's become so important to our fans that we have a fourth quarter song.
I think at this point,
no music,
yeah,
silence.
I'm kind of there too.
Danny White runs some ads in the fourth quarter. Let's get another Axel Logistics ad going. Build your empire.
Yeah, I could be down with that. Bring your sled to Ted, something like that. Just
yeah.
Because it does suck when you're losing and that song is playing. It was that for Oklahoma. Alabama had all the momentum. Alabama's celebrating listening to that song.
Whatever you think about the fourth quarter song as a fan of music, if you like it, love it. We Butch Jones the hell out of that. We had a song that every fan sang and loved that just came, like it showed up as an ad, and everyone was like, oh, this rocks. We'll sing along. They're like, well, what if we just get someone that's pandering to Tennessee on here? How about that, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, we botched it. We muffed the punt.
Yeah. I don't get it. Whatever.
I spent an hour after that came on thinking about any other song it could be. You know what I came up with? Not a one. I don't know. I have literally no clue. Because everyone I'm like, oh, that'd probably be sick.
Well, they'll just queue up swag surfing again.
Yeah. Just get Stir the Pearl, just get everybody hyped up. Just have them scream in the mic for a minute and a half.
No more fourth quarter song. Because it's become too much of a thing. It's stupid. Get rid of it. You know what, Danny? You should do a love offering. Like when a guest speaker comes to your church. Pass around the plates. And remind people not to be afraid to give. You can never give too much money.
I think we should just play that Admiral Schofield high video.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I just like I think we should just not do anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that would get me more fired up. Or just do like a high video.
Or just bring out some obscure person.
Okay.
Honor them.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville, Jelly Roll.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, Jelly. I mean, we're playing in Nashville. I guarantee you, I hope this is a bet somewhere on some sort of app. Jelly Roll is making an appearance for the Music City Bowl. I guarantee you.
I would bet Theo Vaughn's there.
Probably. Where's Vandy playing? They're in Florida?
Probably. But I mean, probably a few days. They're probably not on the same day, right?
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah, he can travel.
Mm-hmm.
He can probably make a private jet flight, unlike Johnny Manziel.
Jesus. How does that happen?
You got it. The moment you find, if you're ESPN, the moment you find out he's in Miami, you cancel his appearance. He's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Miami for a late night fight. Yeah, Buddy's not showing up.
Did he say it was out of his control?
He did. Which I'm sure at some point in the night it did become out of his control. In his defense.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take it back to the root cause, which was almost certainly in his control.
I kind of hope that Texas A&M fans blaming him for the loss. I feel like that I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard that, but he was.
I knew Tennessee fans would be all over that if that was our quarterback.
He was reposting some DMs, which I thought they were like maybe slightly over the line, but like nothing aggressive, like no like kill yourself ones. But they were all just like, you were a disappointment to this university. And
I mean, he's been that, right?
Yeah. I screenshotted it so I could read some of them. Let me go to his Instagram because I thought it was interesting. I was like, I mean, I don't think anyone is on your side about this exactly. If they are, they're probably not a good friend. Johnny, you actually can't make this up, grow the F up and show up for that matters, you effing clown. That one again, over the line. But again, didn't tell him to kill himself. God, You've embarrassed our whole fan base before our team even stepped on the field. I hope you see this and I hope you reply something like effing so you can prove me right that you're an immature who cares about nothing other than his personal advancements and can't grow up to take a lot of language in here. It's insane, man. Give us something to look up to. I mean, F man, you're 33. That is probably an adult saying, give us something to look up to, which he may not be talking about himself, but oh, sorry. This first one says you were such an embarrassment and are the reason we lost. There you go, Landon. Yep. First message says that. Oh, they're all saying this is his fault.
Okay.
Read them good.
I kind of agree.
The last message he posted, it's kind of sad. December 6th, this guy messaged Johnny Manziel and said, "Happy birthday, GOAT. You're the greatest to ever do it. Thank you for being my inspiration every single day." This is an adult man, by the way. But it's kind of sad because then his next message was sent yesterday. "Don't talk about our amazing university ever again. You're a disgrace to it and don't have a single core value that we live by. You need help. Please disassociate with us until you change." We just saw a man's hero crumble before his eyes.
2 weeks. I mean, just
Yeah.
flipped on its head.
Oh, man.
It just means more, Caleb.
I feel bad for that guy. Everyone else, I don't really feel bad for.
Yeah.
Feel bad for that guy. Lost a hero yesterday.
I mean, yeah, we're sitting here talking about James Madison and Tulane not being able to get in the playoff, but at least they scored a touchdown.
At least they showed up.
Yeah. Hate to see it. Okay, well, Tennessee played a basketball game today.
Yeah.
And we are officially on a winning streak, Caleb. 2 games. Ran into a really talented Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs. They are 2-13 now. Just tough game for the running Bulldogs.
Joey is very sad that Oklahoma lost, I think. We haven't been as passionate, but he just tweeted the playoffs suck. Going through it.
Love it. But yeah, Tennessee dominated this one like we thought they would. Won that one 94-52, scored 52 points. It was 52-19.
Yeah, this just in. Gardner-Webb sucks.
Yeah, they were up 5-0, Caleb, and
started
ended
hot.
up scoring 14 points the rest of the first half.
They had 2 players in double digits, which is shocking.
And one was a former Tennessee player in DJ Jefferson. So he was familiar with the court and the rim.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
it's not on us.
talk it up to him. Yeah. I guess Gardner-Webb, you're welcome for that.
Sure.
He had some little insider information, I guess, and had a pretty decent game. And yeah, Tennessee's bench is really good in this one again. I think they had 33 points at halftime. I'm not sure how much the rest of the way, but Amari Abram, I thought was really good, almost perfect. 6 for 7 from the field, 15 points, tied for the leading scorer with Jacoby Gillespie, who had 15 himself, also had 9 assists and 3 rebounds. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot to really take away from this game. You did what you were supposed to do. You got a lot of those young guys, a lot of work. I think Tennessee continues to build the depth that they have. JP Estrella played more minutes. I think we should,
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, he's got a nice long break coming up, so they were able to do that.
Okay.
More recovery time.
18 minutes, he had 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. The guy is just Mr. Efficiency when he's in the game.
Yeah.
Need to get him more minutes somehow, some way. Jalen Carey
Don't play him
continues to
for
be
a second against South Carolina State.
Yeah, no.
All SEC play here.
Bubble wrap. Yeah, South Carolina State is 1-12, Caleb. So 2 really great teams after Louisville until we get to SEC play.
Yeah.
Louisville beat them by 49 points. So that's our common opponent with South Carolina State.
Okay.
Yep. Dwayne Brown, 14 rebounds. Love to see that. Love to see the young big fella get a little career high. Also had 5 offensive rebounds.
Yeah. And 3 or 4 from the field.
Yeah. He looked good. A guy that I really love to watch, Amari Evans.
Yeah.
He's all over the court.
He's like a Bolt.
Yeah. He had 6 points. He was 3 for 6 from the field, 3 rebounds. He had 3 steals in this one. I just like his athleticism. I think he's going to be a really good player. I don't know how much in SEC play he plays, but I think performances like that, where you're playing defense, I think you're making your way to getting some quality playing time against conference opponents under Rick Barnes. Like, he loves that. So, and I like watching him play. I think he's super athletic, and I think he's got nice touch. I don't know how much of a 3-point shooter he is. He was 0 for 3 today from there, but everything else, really good.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, good. Listen, went out and you more than took care of business. You put on a show. That's all you can really ask for. I'm sure if I scrolled through social media long enough, I'd find some negatives, and I would kind of like to do that, but I didn't today.
Well, I mean, the one kind of negative, I guess, out of this is Nate Ament struggled in this one, especially. It's just shooting the ball.
Yeah.
And I think one thing for him, like, he's not a terrible 3-point shooter, but that shouldn't be, he shouldn't shoot 7 a game.
Right.
He was 3 for 8 from the field. He was 2 for 7 from 3. I think that probably needs to be cut in half. I'd like to see him maybe shoot 4 a game. But, I mean, I don't think that's his forte, and especially against Gardner-Webb, he should be able to go to the rim, get in the lane, or at least, like, get inside the arc somewhere and find that mid-range and shoot over somebody. I mean, he has the height to do that. He needs to – I think it's all about physicality, and I think I would just like to see that a little bit more against opponents like this.
Yeah, I think that's fair. He did only play 19 minutes today, actually. So it was very limited there.
But, I mean, he still impacts the game when he's not scoring. Like, he had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block. Like, it's not like he is just there to score the basketball. He can do other things. But I think there's going to be times where maybe your bench isn't producing at a high rate like they have been, and you're going to need Nate Ament to step up, because they've been kind of carrying the load a little bit, especially Jalen Carey and Estrella, Amari Abrams at times. But you're going to need Nate Ament to be a dude in SEC play.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah. Big jump, because SEC play starts very soon.
Yeah. Vanderbilt 13-0. I don't think they've beat a ranked opponent yet, but they are 13-0.
They're the best team in college basketball, best team in college football. Everything's cool down there at Vanderbilt.
They should start that, yeah. They should take that from us, because I don't want that anymore.
All right. I really don't have much for that. I mean, take care of business basketball game. Don't have a whole lot. You get South Carolina State, and then you go to Arkansas.
Yeah, it's kind of all about your bench. Interested to see kind of where that rotation is. Guys like Amari Evans, Troy Henderson, do they continue to see some minutes here and there? I think Henderson, like, Tennessee has struggled kind of shooting the basketball from 3, but he's a guy that's letting it fly, and if he's connecting on some of those, I think he's going to find his way on the court in some of those minutes in SEC play. Hopefully he can stay with that 3-point shot, but it's been working for him so far. So that's kind of one interesting thing I would like to see how that plays out when we get the conference play.
Yeah, I haven't quite figured this team out yet, so I am excited to get there and see what those stretch of games look like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Some quarterbacks have entered the portal, Caleb.
Yeah.
A couple more. What are you thinking? You all in on one?
No, not in particular, but let me hear who you're all in on. It sounds like you might have one in mind that you're all in on.
It is funny that a lot of the guys that we were talking about once Nico entered the portal,
Yeah.
like if this guy goes to the portal, this guy we're kind of hinting at maybe going into the portal or now in the portal.
Yeah.
Like a Rocco Becht at Iowa State, Josh Hoover from TCU. I think both of those guys make a ton of sense. Josh Hoover probably especially with I know, and there's pros and cons to probably every quarterback in the portal. I mean, that's why they're in the portal. One thing for Becht that I really like is he has 8 rushing touchdowns on the year. I want a quarterback that can run. But not too many passing yards. So you give and you take. Josh Hoover threw for 3,400 yards this year. He only had 2 rushing touchdowns. Okay, fine. 13 interceptions though.
Don't love that.
Yeah. But
you're going with he wouldn't throw him under Josh Heupel, right? Like that's where you're.
I'm kind of thinking that
okay.
maybe.
I'm okay with that. If we have to spin something, I'm okay with that. We can spin that.
Yeah, I mean, I like a guy who's, and obviously like his supporting cast is going to be a lot better. No matter what Nico says and why he entered the portal at Tennessee, the supporting cast at Tennessee is definitely better than it was at TCU.
Sure.
Braylon Staley, Mike Matthews, Ethan Davis, Sean Bishop at running back. I mean, tons of dudes. That whole offensive line. I mean, there's a ton to like about Tennessee if you're a quarterback in the transfer portal and what kind of you're looking for. Also, I think those guys like Sorsby and Lagway, Raiola, I think all those guys are going to have huge price tags. And I'm not saying Josh Hoover isn't going to be, but he's probably like that next guy after them.
That's fair.
So maybe you can get a little – because here's the thing. As much as I would like Brennan Sorsby –
I was going to say, that was my next follow-up.
I just think it's going to be hard to get in a bidding war with Texas Tech. I do.
Okay.
Especially if I want to go all in on defense, which Tennessee needs to do, I think you are okay with saving a little bit of money to spend there.
Right. How much Texas Tech are they going to continue? Are they going to spend more money than they did this past year because they have a lot of money out? Like they've spent a lot already.
Yeah.
So that's my question.
I think it's probably going to go up every year, right?
One would think. I just don't know. That's my question about Texas Tech. I agree with initially what you're saying. Yes,
that's the thought. I guess that he is set to Texas Tech, but I don't know. I mean, has Texas Tech their quarterback? But besides, I mean, obviously Patrick Mahomes is somebody you're always going to point to. But when you're looking at quarterbacks in that system the last couple of years, like who are we?
Dylan Raiola. Is he going to Texas Tech?
I don't know. I'm just that's where apparently he's not in the running at Texas Tech, which I need to see that one to believe it. But if they're going to go all in on a quarterback, they're probably going to get Sorsby because he's probably the top guy in the portal. But Josh Hoover beat the brakes off Cincinnati and Brennan Sorsby, so there's that. And he had four touchdowns, I think 300 and something yards.
I like that you've prepped spin zones for whoever we get.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, this is what I do. Like scenarios. I just like different situations.
Like what makes them good and what makes them bad. What makes them good if we get them, what makes them bad if we don't.
Mm-hmm. Are you asking me?
No, you've prepared them. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, whoever we roll out there, you've got good if we get them, bad if we don't.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. And Josh Hoover, a lot of his interceptions came against quality opponents, Houston, BYU. Those teams were better than his team. Toward the end of the season when they didn't have a lot to play for, so maybe that had something to do with it. if you're at Tennessee, you got a lot to play for. Maybe you're a little bit more protective of where you throw the football.
Okay, yeah.
So I kind of think I'm all in on Josh Hoover.
Okay, yeah. Throw him. I'll ride with you.
And I think this would be a great, which Hoover, Alabama gave us Jeremy Pruitt. I think this would be a good kind of redemption for Hoover with Josh. You could kind of have it with Dwayne Brown. He's from Hoover, Alabama, but I'm kind of spinning just Hoover in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we get to redeem ourselves from Pruitt.
Yeah. Also, if he gets to coach again, there's no more punishment for Tennessee, right? That you can't do that.
So. No, yeah.
You can't keep punishing the
how
school and not.
How many more years do we have of that? I mean,
I think
5 years removed from that incident. We will be
2 more
in January,
or maybe a year, something like that.
Well, I mean, we know Danny White will go to bat because that'll help us money wise. So,
bingo,
he'll care about that. So I trust I trust the powers to be when it comes to that.
I mean, if you're looking at saving money, I think Josh Hoover too. And he's already been in Texas. He's like, I'm good with that.
Oh. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the portal to fully open because it's such a crapshoot.
Yeah, I mean, you have all these guys that plan on entering the portal, but they technically can't enter the portal until January. I mean, there's even rankings, transfer portal rankings, and they're technically not in the portal yet. It's crazy.
Yep.
Obviously today Tennessee got some news. Peyton Lewis is entering the portal. Had 7 rushing touchdowns this season for Tennessee.
Yeah. Kind of
expected.
We knew somebody in that room would, and he was kind of the most likely character.
Yeah. I wish him nothing but success. It just seems like he didn't really fit this offense. I think he could be really successful at a Big Ten program where it's just straight on, run between the tackles, but the man just had no wiggle or anything. Couldn't
Which was
get
surprising
into space
because he was probably the fastest in that backfield.
Yeah, but just could not get to the next level to show off that speed at all. So is what it is. I think it opens up where Tennessee, I think, can take a running back in the portal as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Again, I'm interested to see would they take a swing at somebody big?
I think it just depends because last year it didn't really feel like you only had I'm trying to remember who they were. I feel like you only had 2 guys that would have been home runs.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember now, but so it just wasn't this plethora of options, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see what that could you? I don't know.
Yeah, I know Dylan Edwards was a pretty big one. He's back in the portal after going to Kansas State, so I don't know. I think the portal is insane anyway because you're seeing the same names.
Well, of course,
every year.
Yeah, shouldn't shock you too much.
Yeah. Maybe you should just give it a shot a little bit, see what happens. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Here's kind of a question. What would your balance be for the portal and high school recruiting? I guess this would be a percentage.
I think it just depends year to year. I think it's nice to try to build class. And I mean, it's just tough. Gosh. It's just tough because when you get guys to campus, you have to recruit them to stay on campus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think ideally you'd want to be at 75-25 in high school to transfer portal. but that 25 has to be adjusted every year because guys like who's leaving, what do those needs look like? Because this year, I think you have to go super portal heavy to get more competitive defense.
Yeah.
But that may not be the case next year. So I don't know. It's
and it probably is where you at in recruiting. Like your Ole
Right.
Miss, you're 25th maybe in the country. You're gonna be in the portal a lot more because obviously high school recruiting isn't your thing. But if you're Georgia and Alabama, you don't have to go get in the portal all the time because
you're addressing like last minute needs.
like a hole or two. Like you're
Yeah.
not really or a depth piece here and there. You're not really spending a ton of money in it, but you're spending money in recruiting and roster retention. That's the thing. It's all kind of a money pot of like where you spend that. Are you willing to spend like, hey, we're going to save a little bit more on these guys. Let's call it a rookie contract because that's basically what it is.
Right.
And then that next year, if they produce, they're wanting a little bit more money and a little bit more money. Or you can be like Miami, where they had some holes and they $4 million on Carson Beck. I mean, I don't know if they would do that again, but at the same time, they're in the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. They probably would because they have that money. So they probably would.
And they had a really good defensive line, and they went and got some guys in the secondary. And I feel like this could be kind of like a Tennessee. Hopefully I don't know if we want to spend $4 million on a Carson Beck, but they went and got Keontae Scott from Auburn in their secondary. They went and got Jacoby Thomas from Tennessee in their secondary. And here they are in the quarterfinals. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's so year to year. I think ideally it shouldn't be a secret. You would prefer to be in a situation like the Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia's.
Yeah.
So
where you can go swing at a top guy and it's just kind of gravy and makes your already super talented team even more talented. Like
right.
A Judkins and a Caleb Downs.
Yeah. Exactly.
It must be freaking nice. I hate them. They don't know what it's like to go through any adversity. I had a buddy.
Yeah, even the year it kind of looked like it was going to suck last year, they won a national championship.
Right. Oh, yeah. They got the quarterback and Will Howard, too, who looked terrible until he played Tennessee. And then he was one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I don't understand. Something about it. But then it is crazy. I think there were 7 quarterbacks in the college football playoff that were transfers. And then obviously you have the other ones like Gunnar Stockton, Marcel Reed, Ty Simpson. Who are the other ones that weren't a transfer? Maybe Texas Tech. I don't know if he's a transfer or not. I don't think James Madison, quarterback, was a transfer. Tulane's was.
Georgia, Stockton wasn't.
Yeah, Stockton, Simpson.
Oh, sorry. Did you say Stockton?
Reed.
I heard Simpson and Reed. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. James Madison and then Texas Tech. Is that right?
They weren't. James Madison's wasn't?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's everybody.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's based off your team. I don't think there's any, like, great algorithm for it. Like, sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. You just got to be –
I think
you just got to have talent on your roster.
Right. I think that's a tricky part, and I think that gets to, like, one of the problems with Josh Heupel's structure that a lot of people are saying. I think he needs a GM to manage this from year to year. And how do we allocate high school to – because you know a good way through your season what you're going to need for next year. And that's a lot for him to be trying to figure out when you're trying to hang on to guys in the recruiting class, knowing who you want to slow up on. Yeah, I mean, we could use a GM.
Yeah, I agree. I will say this: Tennessee has done well in the portal. It's not like they've struck out. I mean, Joey led the SEC in passing. He wasn't anybody like somebody was super happy with. Everybody was like, I mean, we kind of traded, but it looks like Tennessee did just fine in that trade, and we kind of made the most of it. I think he's talented. I'm not trying to say that, but I think he is limited on ceiling. But again,
Right.
he led the SEC in passing. So, I mean, what more could you really ask him to do? If the defense had a pulse in some of those games, you're right back in the playoff.
Sure. Absolutely.
But, I mean, they did well with Jermon McCoy. I mean, obviously Chris Brazzell was a great find. I mean, Hendon Hooker. Who else? Who else was a good one? I mean, Miles Kitzelman, no one really knew who he was until he ended up being a really good tight end for Tennessee.
Yeah.
Omar Norman-Lott turned out to be really good.
I mean, Colton Hood or Jamal McCoy.
Yeah. Lance Hurd,
Yeah.
pretty good one. I mean, Wendell Moy turned out to be Tennessee's probably best offensive lineman this year. He
He'll
was a
probably be pleased.
transfer.
Yeah, he'll probably be pleased with Sam Pendleton when his eligibility runs out.
Yep. Yeah, they've done well in the portal. I think you could probably always do better.
And I mean, I think there's also some that they've done good with, not great. I mean, like Star Thomas is a good example. Like he brought I'm trying to phrase it the right way because it wasn't like a ton of impact, but like he brought an impact to that running back room.
I mean, versus season, you're like, oh, this dude's all SEC.
Yeah.
He just kind of lost it after that. I don't really know what the reasoning behind it was, but yeah, they've done well in the portal. I think they could always do better. But they've also, like, instead of going to the portal, they bet on the youth. And they did that at wide receiver this year. Everybody kind of had question marks about it, and it turned out to be one of your best groups. So,
yeah, absolutely.
That's why Josh Heupel, I mean, he makes, what is it, $9 million?
I don't know.
A year?
I don't know what his contract is.
Something like that. He makes a lot of money to make those decisions and get it right. So,
absolutely. He needs to hire someone else. Maybe move some of that money around to hire someone else to help make that decision.
He can just call me and I can go over situations with him of
okay. Yeah.
Just spin different guys.
Our Mondays are busy, Josh. We'll do Tuesday mornings with you though.
Okay. Yep. I like that. I'm pretty open on Tuesday.
It'd be pretty sick if Danny White was like, yeah, I'll meet with those guys every Monday. Everything I'm implementing was their idea and just shifted the blame to us. It'd be pretty sweet. Would you take it? Would you eat the blame? You'd be like, yeah, he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I would.
I would be good with that. I mean, I said he was public enemy number one, but in reality, that was just a cover up because I am public enemy number one.
Yeah. Yeah. Not just athletic department enemy number one. You're also public enemy number one.
Who are some players on the current roster that you could see entering the portal that would hurt?
I mean, I wouldn't love to lose Mike Matthews, and there's thought there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would hurt too bad because you mentioned some youth they bet on last year. I mean, I think they have a youth that they could bet on this year as well. So, but I wouldn't love to lose him.
Yeah. He's really good talent. I mean, if he wants a ton of money, I mean, it'd be hard not to give that to him after he had a really good season.
Yeah.
And if another team's willing to pay that same money, that's his market value.
Right.
So,
I I don't think Peyton Lewis like hurts so much, but I mean, it's not wonderful. He was gonna be 1 and 2 with Deshaun Bishop. Like he was gonna get a lot of carries next year.
Yeah, I agree. I'm interested to see what DeJuan Morris looks like. I think he would be one that I don't want to see because I just want to see what his potential is because we just didn't really get to see it this past year. Could he go into next year and would he have beaten out a Peyton Lewis at some point? I think Peyton Lewis is. I mean, when you're on the goal line, feed the man.
He's gonna get you 3.
Yeah, but I
3
just
yards,
felt
not
like
3 points.
he just got so big.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just doesn't. I mean, you look at the last couple of running backs that Tennessee's had, Jalen Wright, Dylan Sampson, they could all make guys miss, and he just couldn't.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think it's a huge loss, but he would have gotten carries next year.
Yeah.
I'm
Any
curious if any of these.
That's all
surely none of them go.
Yeah.
You all are gonna have a chance. I'm interested to see if any of these young wide receivers do. I would think with everything coming in,
like a Travis Smith,
somebody feels like you lose somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
between
Joakim Dotson.
I was gonna say between the 3 freshmen, it feels like you lose one at least.
Yeah, I would say Joakim Dotson. I mean, Travis Smith was injured most of the year, so and Rodarius Jackson was too. But when he came back, he played some.
Right.
And I mean, when you're starting wide receivers, all of them have around 800 yards. It's hard to be like, oh, I should get more targets. I mean, based on what? So, I would be surprised probably if it was Jackson or Travis Smith. I could probably see Amari Jefferson maybe probably could end up in the portal. Joakim Dotson maybe. I think a guy it's going to be interesting what Lance Hurd ends up doing. If he comes back, does a guy like Bennett Warren hit the portal?
Right.
Because I think he's a guy that's kind of waited his turn. It's probably going to be his job next year to be that right tackle, and David Sanders moves over to left. But if Lance Hurd, if he's not starting another year, he's probably gone, and there goes your 3rd tackle. Who we've seen is like that's a important position that doesn't get a lot of attention with the injuries Tennessee has had the last couple of years at tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I think any of those young like linebackers, Jaden Harmon played some throughout the year. Then you didn't see him much. Jaden Perlotti kind of got a lot of runs. So I think either one of those guys would hurt. I think a Jordan Ross would hurt. The Caleb Herring would probably hurt too, any of those edge rushers, because, I mean, you lose Joshua Josephs. Those are kind of the only 2 left. I mean, maybe Marion Dye comes over, but he's been that strong side defensive end for most of the season. So,
absolutely.
And probably a tight end.
Sorry,
like
my phone's
Son
going
Brahim, maybe.
I feel like maybe somebody just wants to go start. I feel like they played him enough this year. I've said like the beginning of the year, I was like, I think you lose somebody, but now I'm not. Now I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, you played 3 basically the entire year last year, and I mean, you're guaranteed probably at least 3rd with Ethan Davis coming back.
Right.
And then you're the guy after he's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's one that I just want to see his potential all the way through too, because I think he's unreal.
Sure.
All right. Anything else? Kind of want to hit on.
No, I did just want to mention the FCS National Championship. It's in Nashville on January 5th.
Jelly Roll.
Who will he
Gotta
be
be.
supporting? Illinois State or Montana State? Whose gear does he have on?
Probably Montana State.
Yeah, probably. I don't know why. Like, why does the NCAA insist on having these games on a Monday night? Because I'd probably try to go to that game if it was on Saturday.
Yeah. Why is it in Nashville? What is it at?
It's at First Bank.
Really?
Yeah. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I guess they bid on it and won it. I don't know. It's probably a good sized stadium for an FCS National Championship.
Wait, First Bank is
That's
soccer
Vandy.
stadium?
No, that's Vandy
that's
Stadium.
Vandy. Oh. Interesting. Do you think this is maybe a plea with the NCAA? Because I feel like the Nashville is definitely going to want to be a college football playoff host at some point once that new stadium gets built.
Oh yeah. No, I think maybe it has something to do with it, but I think it probably is just that Nashville's trying to host everything now.
So much Jelly Roll.
Yeah, Trey, we talked about it for 45 minutes to start the show.
Dude, that man went to the game yesterday and he was back at work today.
Which is crazy. Call off. Yeah. Tell him you're sick. Do a Johnny Manziel. Just don't show up. I told Landon this on the golf course Saturday. I think maybe I mentioned to you another time. I'm very happy for Trey. I wanted Trey to, and his Rebs to keep winning. I want Lane Kiffin to have coached a national championship team but not be a part of it for a national championship. That all excites me. I wanted Tulane to beat them for the chaos of it so bad. Purely for the chaos of it. Otherwise, yeah. Like, because I actually, we had this question was posed. Are you rooting for Alabama because of SEC pride or Indiana next week? Indiana. I don't have any SEC pride. In fact, I'm only kind of rooting for Ole Miss because I like Trey. Otherwise, I hope they lose. But Alabama, I hope they get beat. I hope they get just, for lack of a better term, shit on by Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Trey, I saw where your running back coach is headed to LSU, and he's going to be paid $1 million a year to be the running backs coach, which would make him one of the highest paid in the country.
It's got to be one of the highest paid position coaches, period, right?
Probably, yeah.
That's insane.
Got to be up there. Congrats. I mean, I was jealous the entire time because I want what you had yesterday. I know you played Tulane, and that probably doesn't bring a ton of juice, but I was still super jealous of you getting to go to the playoff game and winning it.
Yeah. And he does look like he's in Trey. If you jump over to our YouTube, guys, if you're not watching on YouTube, Trey is currently in a spiral. And I love that. You're in the college football playoff, but you're in a spiral. That's awesome.
Yeah,
nothing beats college football.
Back in Knoxville, man, just grinding right after the game. It's a crazy. It just means more.
It just means more.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm rooting for the
Rebels.
Rebels.
Use your vacation days better. That was terrible. You know what? That's on you. You didn't deserve that playoff game because you didn't prepare for it.
I didn't say it.
I love that guy. Sometimes. All right. Did you see Ed Cooley chuck a bottle at a toddler and hit him in the face? Did you see that today?
No.
Yeah, Ed Cooley, the coach of Georgetown, I mean, just turns around and chucks a water bottle in the stands and hits a kid in the face. And apparently he's suspended now.
Did he notice it right off the bat, or?
No, he turned right back around after he chucked it. So,
Oh, I mean, okay. Jeez.
are you watching it?
Yeah. Oh, it didn't hit him in the face. That kid's
Oh, it
fine.
didn't?
No.
Well, this guy says hashtag pray for water bottle kid.
Also, they say that's a big toddler.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Like, I mean,
I think the worst part about it is like that
out.
would have, if it doesn't hit a kid, that hits a GA in the face.
Yeah.
Like, where else would you be throwing that?
Also, why are you throwing it? Like,
Yeah.
This brings up a conversation. So Jeff Teague was on a talk show, and they were talking about Dalton Connect being in the G League because he had a poster dunk, and he was like, "No disrespect to Bronny, but like, Connect was a first round pick. Well, why is Bronny in the league and Dalton Connect's in the G League?"
I don't think I saw this. And Bronny's been in the G League.
Yeah, apparently he was in that
He
game.
played in the game.
Yeah. And maybe he just wants, I mean, does Dalton Connect just want to play? Like, he's like, I'm not playing here. Can I just like go play in the G League then if I'm not going to play any minutes? Yeah. God, I bet those courtside seats at Georgetown, I bet they're pretty
a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you might fear for your life, but it might high risk, high reward kind of thing.
Yeah.
Place looked pretty empty though, so I don't know how good Georgetown is. I assume not very good.
I don't think they have been lately.
Well, if your coach is chucking water bottles, I don't think things are going well either. So that's probably a telltale sign that they're not good.
If your coach is mad enough to throw a water ball, that's never good. Into the stands, also.
Yeah. I've been asked so many times if I'm going to the Music City Bowl, and my answer has always been like, no, been there, done that. That's my go-to answer.
We did have a good time.
We did have a great time. But I will never.
You want to go?
How much are tickets? Have you looked at all?
I'm sure they're expensive. Because that's just, of course.
Yeah. I'm just kind of curious.
You're thinking about it, aren't you?
I'm not. No, not at all. I'm also on call because I could have a child at any moment. So,
what if the child comes before then? You in?
I'm definitely out.
It's nothing you can't feed that baby.
Around $65, top row.
Okay.
I don't remember what we got last time.
We were like,
we're in the upper section, but we weren't.
We were probably like the first 10 rows of the upper deck.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not worth it. Because then I'm gonna have to pay to eat in Nashville, and nah.
You don't have to eat in Nashville. It's like Disney World. You can eat before.
Or we just go. We just
go fast food, huh?
We just go for the day.
We can. I probably can't go, but we could.
I'm out. If they say Joey Aguilar is coming back next year, I will go.
Okay.
All right. I think that's all we got. Anything else?
That's it for me.
All right. If you're a Georgetown fan, just keep an eye out always.
You're next.
Yeah. I wonder if water bottles, you think they go up in the arena at that point?
That's a
or
good
they go
question. Yeah,
down?
they're going to charge you more because you can use it 2 ways now.
Because you have the Gardner-Webb coach who's apparently just stealing drinks out of all
Yeah.
our coolers.
Did he do it again?
He did bring it up in the press conference. He was like, "Is no one going to bring it up?" He's like, I'm not a famous person, but I kind of got famous. They even made the nick. I think it was like the Boiler Springs Bandit or something like that.
Okay. I like
So,
that.
Yeah. Yeah, he owned that. So
I am disappointed that he had to bring it up and no one else asked first.
Yeah, he's like, is no one going to ask me about it?
Yeah, there wasn't really important questions for the game to ask. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, love that. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for joining us. Go check us out on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also, go check us out on Spotify, YouTube, YouTube, Google Play and Apple Play. Anywhere you can get a podcast, go check us out. And we'll be back on Thursday, which is Christmas.
we will not be back on Thursday.
Okay, so
We
figure
may
that
be
out.
off until it may be another week
Okay,
because
Yeah.
Wednesday's Christmas Eve.
yeah, we'll figure that out.
There's nothing between now and Christmas either, or
Yeah.
now and the 28th either. So.
Yeah. If there's nothing going on, we might do a short show if something happens. We'll see. But thank y'all again for listening. We are bringing the boat in, and we out. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.